Hello everyone, it's Sword Guardian here. In this episode of How to Play, we're going to take a look at Kranich's Jade Elemental Token Shaman. It's a deck that Kranich brought to the Asia Pacific Spring Playoffs, and he did very well there. He finished in top 4 with this deck. And there's a bit of a different take on this double bloodlust thing that's very popular right now. The most popular version of this archetype is the Evolve Shaman. So that's running 2 copies of Double Gangster, it's running 2 copies of Evolve. But this deck doesn't run any of that. It has very little RNG elements to it. It's very consistent perform. Pretty fast, pretty aggressive. A little less tricks on the way. A little less value maybe also than the Evolve version, so you have to be more aggressive with this. But you also have a little bit more defensive tools because you have Tar Creeper. So this is basically an anti-aggro deck. So it's an aggro deck, but it's also designed to beat other aggro decks. So how do you mulligan when you play this? Well, you keep the Bloodset Corsair, you keep the Firefly, you keep South Sea Deckhand, you keep Jade Claws. You can get some really powerful stuff going. There's proper support in this deck for the South Sea Deckhand because you have 2 Jade Claws and you have 2 Hammers of Twilight, so you have plenty of weapons. You can often get this out as a charge minion. You can sometimes play this out early on, contest the board, fight for the board, get that one and Patches out. Sometimes you want to save this and Patches so that you can play them together with Bloodlust. Say on turn 6 you can drop Bloodlust, you can drop South Sea Deckhand. If it pulls the Patches from your deck, then that's 9 additional damage with the Bloodlust. So that can give you some really nice surprise lethals. Other than that, you can also keep Flametongue Totem in the mulligan if you have some early game minions that can help them trade favorably. Maelstrom Portal is good against pirates. Primal Fin Totem is good against just about anyone who cannot deal that 3 damage very easily early on. So there are some nice things you can do there early. And there are not many elemental synergies in this deck, even though it's an elemental deck. There's just Tar Creepers, Fireflies, Fire Elementals, and Kalimos. And Kalimos in this deck, you can often use that to deal 6 damage to face, so it can also be a finisher. It can be the AoE that lets the rest of your board go through. There's just so many ways you can use Kalimos. Kalimos is a really strong card. And you have the standard stuff, flooding the board with tokens, going face with Bloodlust, having some Jades to go with it. You're lacking a little bit of the value that the Evolve Shaman has, but you're a little bit faster and you're also able to defend a little bit better against other aggressive decks thanks to Tar Creeper, thanks to stuff like Fire Elemental, Battle Cry. You have the Hammer of Twilight, so you can also use your own face to trade minions and protect your board a little bit better. So you can get those Bloodlust turns a little bit faster than with the traditional slower Evolve Shaman. Overall, very interesting, a lot of fun this deck. But let's go check out some gameplay, see how the deck actually plays out. And remember, if you enjoy this content, then like this video and subscribe to my channel. And let's go see that gameplay. You can try with the Firefly and Flametongue Totem. Because Mage probably can Frostbolt the Flametongue Totem. Does contest the early board. I guess Firefly Jade Claws might have been better even, but let's find out. He mulliganed 3 cards, he kept this one, so that's something like a Manaverm or an Arcanologist or something. I can open with a Firefly, there's no reason for me to play the South Sea Deckhand and get the Patches out, because he's only going to play 1 minion anyway. On South Sea Deckhand Patches would have made it so that I could start pushing face damage as well with the Flametongue Totem. Only get 1 turn of that because he's going to Frostbolt. But this is very, very good here. Because now that means that I get to trade without even losing that Firefly yet. But he's going to Frostbolt the Flametongue Totem now. He might just ping the Firefly. He can be a Burn Mage or a Secret Mage. The Manaverm only rules out that he's not a Freeze Mage. Going for the ping. Interesting. I have multiple options here. I could go Flame Elemental Hero Power. Or I could play a Mana Tide. Then he would have to choose, does he want to kill the Flametongue Totem or the Mana Tide? I think I actually like the Mana Tide here. Because now this makes decisions a little bit harder for him. He can develop a secret, but he cannot develop a secret and play a Medivh's Valet this turn. So here comes the Frostbolt. No, Talnos. Oh, Talnos Arcane Missiles. It should not be able to kill either. Oh, wow. Well, generally it should not be able to kill either of those. But this one time it killed the Mana Tide. I just Maelstrom Portal that Talnos away. Because he has a Talnos, then that makes me think that this is a Burn Mage. Not a Secret Mage, but a Burn Mage. So probably no entities. There could be a counter spell. Some lists are now running one copy of counter spell. So that is possible. Okay, I don't really care about the Mana Worm. Can't quite set up fully Italy yet, but I think this is the play to kill that Mana Worm. I mean, I do have 2 Chargers with the South Sea deckhand, so I can get 2 Chargers and a Bloodlust. Will be interesting to see what comes out. Secret might enable Medivh's Valets. So what if I played Deckhand and Bloodlust? That could also be a counter spell, by the way. And I have no other spells to trigger that besides the Bloodlust. It was from his deck, it was not from the glyph, because it costs 3 mana. If I go Deckhand Bloodlust, then that's 4 plus 15. That's 19 plus 4, that's 20. 23 damage. That's 6 off. It might still be good enough. He might get to a point where he can actually do something about this board. There is the risk that that's a counter spell, but I think I'll take that chance. And I will just hit him with everything I have here. Let's do it like this. Because he should not be able to play... He should not be able to play a Flame Strike yet. He could play a Meteor. Well, it depends on what he got from the glyphs. Meteor clears up some of that, but I can still go Jade Lightning on his face. Do I want to play the Claws as well? There's no reason for me to do that. I can just Jade Lightning him down to 1. And pop the first block with this one now. Alright, 1 block has been popped. So I think this is a turn where I play this thing from below. So that I have 1 minion on the board that doesn't die to a Flame Strike. I also have the Jade Claws and the Fire Elemental in hand. And that one just doesn't help him at all. Alright, that was pretty good. This is very effective, this deck, running the Deckhand and Patches, when you can combine them with Bloodlust like I did in that game. So suddenly at 6 mana, you're actually pulling from your deck an additional 9 damage. 2 from Deckhand, 1 from Patches, that's 3. And plus 6 from the Bloodlust on both of those, so that's an additional 9 damage that you're pulling with the Deckhand and Patches, and that's a very, very effective combination. That's also something that the regular Evolve Shaman doesn't run, because they rely on the Bloodset Corsairs, but it was by no means certain. Then another Shaman. Let's see what kind of Shaman this one is going to be. I think I'll open with the Firefly. I mean, I could open with the Corsair, but I think I'll try to save that for the Jade Claws. They're pretty likely to come down relatively soon. I'll play my own Jade Claws, deal with his Firefly. He could have the Corsair here too as well. So he could play the Corsair. And if he plays the Jade Claws, I mean you have to trade here every time. And then there's the risk of Maelstrom Portal next turn from him. I cannot really play around that. Well, I could play around it a little by sacrificing one of the minions and holding on to the Jade Claws. That seems like a reasonable thing to do. Let's hold on to the Jade Claws charge a little bit longer. He didn't have the Corsair. He would have played Corsair instead of Jade Claws last turn if he had it in hand. There was no reason to play Jade Claws if he had the Corsair. Alright. Okay. Does this call for Jade Lightning? Trade, 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 trade. I cannot fully clear unless I use Jade Lightning. I think that's appropriate. I'll use Jade Lightning and go for a full board clear here. I can make this pirate vulnerable to Maelstrom Portal. I believe that is okay. So that's 12 plus 5, that's 17 damage that I have with the Bloodlust. Just nowhere near enough yet. Oh dear, oh dear. Another copy of Jade Claws. I don't have an immediate answer. I probably don't want to play Flame Tongue Totem. I Jade Claws to kill this one. These guys trade away that one and I play Mana Tide. Then if he has the Maelstrom Portal he can get to some pretty good spot. To a pretty good spot. But I believe that is Oops. I don't want to hit that one. I want to use these to trade there. And my claws to trade here. And then let's play a Mana Tide. Maelstrom Portal clears everything but these two. I only have 5 mana next turn, so I won't be able to Bloodlust and Deckhand. Okay, Devolve. Is that it? Why did you kill the Pyromancer? There was no way for me to play Bloodlust if the Pyromancer is alive. So if I Bloodlust now, that's 12 plus 4, that's going to be enough very soon. So it's Bloodlust turn. He doesn't have healing in that deck. He doesn't have any healing in that deck, so I can safely put him down to 1. Yeah, and just Jade Lightning him next turn. That's a win. He cannot deal 26 this turn and I can just Jade Lightning him. Yeah, taunts don't help. Wisps. They're lethal. So very, very dangerous fellows. Very dangerous fellows, these wisps. And there we go. I can keep the Jade Claws. Quest Rogue, or he kept this one, his quest. I'm not sure if I know how to punish Quest Rogues anymore. I'm just unsure if I know how to punish them anymore. Oh! Patch is coming out. Interesting. And not the quest. I don't know what to think about this. Is this not a quest rogue? I didn't see from which spot he played the minion. So this could also just be a miracle rogue. And not a quest rogue at all. Corsair. Just not very good right here. I think I need to totem up. Or we're playing a Flame Tongue totem. Let's see. But is this a miracle rogue or is this a quest rogue? It's a miracle rogue. It's not a quest rogue at all. Okay. Now that is interesting. That is really interesting. So now we have Shaku down to 1 health. He might have... This means that he's running stuff like Fan of Knives. I think I played this all wrong. I really needed to play this differently. Because I played against Quest Rogue because he kept the first card in the mulligan. Didn't touch that at all. Now he has a bunch of Shaman cards. How good are his Shaman cards? And if it's something like a Nerd Shock there. Or a Maelstrom Portal. Forked Lightning! No! No! That Forked Lightning. That is so sweet. I have to kill Shaku. Shaku is way too dangerous. Bloodset Corsair probably not worth it, right? Need to equip the new Jade claws. And totem up. Oh, rolling a 1/1 totem. Not the greatest thing ever. I actually think I need to play the Bloodset Corsair as well. Patches obviously is already gone from the deck. But I need more board presence. He overloaded himself. So if he doesn't have a fan... If he has a fan, he's in great spot. If he doesn't have a fan, this might still turn out to be okay. There's still a bunch of things he can have. So nothing is clear yet. Okay, well this is good. I'll probably commit 1 Flame Tongue totem here. And the Primal Fin totem. He didn't have a fan last turn. So let's give this a try. Start pushing that damage. 17. Do I want to push him down to 15? I think I do. Okay. But he could have the fan. Now he starts to need the fan. Prep fan. Oh man, does he have the fan? Does he have the prep? He can draw into them. He drew into the prep. Does he draw into a fan? Lightning Storm! Oh, that is game winning. That is game winning right there. Now he gets the cycle. Oh man. He got Forked Lightning and Lightning Storm from Shaman cards, so 2 pieces of AoE that he was able to clear up my board twice. Ha! It's hard for me to see how I could come back from this. Well, now I can kill the Auctioneer. Do I have to kill the Auctioneer? If I push 4 to face, he's at 11, there's no way for me to get that damage. But is there any way for me to win even if I kill the Auctioneer? Oh, and rolling a 1/1 that he can deal with the dagger. He certainly has a way to kill the Flame Tongue Totem. I still need to play the Flame Tongue Totem this turn. Kill the Auctioneer and save the weapon charge. But I don't think there's a way for me to win after that turn. I mean, the real key thing was that he got 2 AoE spells from Shaman cards, random Shaman cards, and giving him two pieces of AoE. That was the absolute key part. If he didn't get that AoE, then everything would have been just fine. Sure. Sure. Yeah. Just getting all the Shaman AoE and similar items. That can get rough. I mean, I could push 10 to face. If I push 10 to face and I top deck Kalimos, I win. Is that what I do? The questing will clock me very, very quickly though. 1 out of 18. Is 1 out of 18 the best chance I have to win this game? It might very well be the best chance I have to win this game. One out of 18 might very well be the best chance I have to win this game. Because now Kalimos top deck wins the game. Jade Lightning top deck, if I roll a Spell Power Totem, also wins the game. So it's actually a bit more than 1 out of 18. If I trade away the Questing Adventurer, he has so many resources. He's going to be able to recreate. Hex as well. Oh, that's pretty hilarious. Okay. Kalimos. Boom. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.